Hi, welcome to the Train Shop Weekly. It is Volume 2, Episode 15. I'm Bill Henning. This is my brother Harry the Third and our cousin Walt.
Hey.
And I'd like to say welcome to our little weekly or bi-weekly right now get
Hole
together.
in the wall.
I'd like to take a good shout out. Happy belated Veteran Days to all your veterans. Thank you for your service and thank you for the people who gave all.
Yep, absolutely. We thank you all.
So what do we got on the plans for the show tonight there, Wood?
Let's see. What's new as usual? I don't have any books or magazines to really show right now.
Hey, can we thank this guy?
Sure.
Mr. Bob. We'd like to thank you for sending the bus. We do have a few buses on the layout. I don't have a Long Island Railroad. I'm still on a hunt for a Pensy though, but I thank you for sending this to us.
You don't have a Pensy bus?
I still don't have a Pensy bus.
I missed out on a Reading the other day on eBay.
Yeah.
A Reading bus?
But Long Island was a Pennsylvania entity, so I think that'll fit in very well. And thank you, Bob. We appreciate the bus.
That was
and
nice.
You'll see it on the layout in
nice.
the new section we're working on.
Well, speaking of veteran, you brought veterans up.
Okay, we can. Just came in a couple weeks ago. Are some of the veterans' engines? This is a fictitious one. It's armed.
That is my favorite.
That is cool. I did a little looking at it. It is a Nighthawk, an ES44ACE Nighthawk. It says right on it, right after the name. And it also has up on the front of the cab, Knight of the Roundhouse. And what I really think is cool is on the back tail end is the little guy from World War II looking over the fence saying Kilroy was here, because that was, a lot of people don't know, that was a big...
That was a thing even in the 70s.
That was their code to say they already been through.
Yep.
I believe, and during World War II. If they went to a town, it's already been cleaned out. So we got that cool one.
It is pretty cool with the black and gray. But it's interesting, I noticed that it has yellow windows.
Tinted.
Yeah, it's got yellow windshield and side glass.
That's because I guess it's supposed to be stealthy. Yeah. That's what they call the cop cars that are all black.
But yellow.
Brightens it up when you look at them.
Yeah.
You also got the Canadian National one.
So I guess if you're running at night, it brightens up. You're right, like you got these sun
airplanes, that's why they do that in an airplane.
Yeah. I know that we had the
nice Canadian National.
Yellow on the sun visor kind of help brighten things up at night. Yeah, the Canadian National's really
pretty
cool.
short.
Yeah, I used to do that with our helmets. Used to have that for our racing helmets.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of the other ones is the Pumpkin Burlington Northern Santa Fe. I guess it's kind of like the closest thing they're going to do is a heritage unit.
That's their 25th
anniversary kind of heritage unit or whatever.
I like the Canadian National. At least the Canadians are taking pride in the U.S. with the U.S. flag and the Canadian flag.
Yeah.
I think that's rather nice.
No. But they are engines of the week.
Got all your controls in the top. I like it. I like it. The newer ones where they have the controls in the top, whether it be a steam engine or for a movable.
Absolutely, it's better than pulling it off the track, flipping it over.
Yeah.
It's like the fan spin. You need a little motor.
Put a fan on the electric motor right down below it. You got the motor. Put a little fan on there.
I'm guessing it probably has the siren on this one.
Let's try it out. Let's see what noise we can make.
Yeah, let's give this a quick run on it.
This is the tower. Make a pull to the pit to top her off. Over. Roger that. We're in position. Out.
pretty cool.
Yep. Nice unit.
Just leave that sit right there for Veterans Day. What else you got, Walt?
Okay, new in from MTH.
You sure it's MTH or?
No, this is MTH.
Cool.
One of their last runs is for all you Blue Mountain and
You mean
Reading fans.
their latest run?
Yeah, this was their latest run up.
Their latest.
The 425.
Because they're still in business.
Yeah.
Nice.
425.
Needs a 2102 to ride in front of it.
I have one. No, I don't have a 21.
It does need one. One thing I can see is the drawbar. Look at the distance.
It's
That's
pretty
where
far.
it's pretty far. I'd rather. No, that's where it would connect. 'Cause I have it sitting right at the pin.
But it's a very well detailed engine, I'd have to say.
I'd say I need the shorter shaft for that.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the clicking jobs.
Neither am I. Actually, the cables at times I think were better, but
Yep.
Well, it does have the thing so the fireman can at least walk across the plank. But yeah, that is a pretty...
it needs to be a
pretty
little
big
tighter
distance.
together. I know they make shorter drawbars. I'd have to get a shorter drawbar
Right,
for
but
it.
neat.
It's a beautiful looking engine, though.
Yeah, it's got the wires for the bell and stuff like that.
Can you put a regular coupler on the front? Do you know?
What's that?
Do you know if they can put a regular coupler to the...
I'm not sure.
I don't see why
I know
not.
Lionel has the regular coupler.
Well, they
you can
don't
put on.
do that anymore. They don't add them. And no, this one looks to... Yeah, this one's got the screw in. So you can...
Change a coupler
You
so you
can
can double
change-
head it?
Yeah, you'd be able to change a coupler. So... Yeah, that I'm not too crazy about. I think this thing should probably sit closer like that than anything.
But I have the lighter blue version.
Yeah, that's what I... Well, I have the Lionel one. Lionel's also the later, the earlier.
That should be about the distance right there. To
I guess the
look
darker blue is more
prototype.
like what
It is now.
it is now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's changed blues a couple times. It's
Yep.
faded out. and-
Hey, all you can do is thank Mr. Mueller.
Yep.
Keep
Yeah.
it alive.
Yeah, I'm just glad he takes care of his the engines, and brought the 2102 back.
I know. I hope he double heads with the 2100.
That would be awesome.
That would be man, boy.
Well, what else we got over there, Walt?
All right. Some other couple things. We got the Lionel coil cars.
Coil cars. Steel coils.
Graffiti. Actually, some of them are gone already.
Actually, I'm not a big fan of graffiti, but they don't look too bad.
And then you have Union Pacific that's
Non-graffiti.
non-graffiti. I think the non-graffiti one's already been out the door. Oh, Bill's unboxing it.
Check it out.
Gotta check out the new toy.
What do they got on the
Yeah, I'm
opposite
not a
side?
big graffiti person.
Nah, neither am I.
No, to me that's a modern thing. I like
Top
clean.
them off.
Nice little coupler covers. Huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like the MTH one did. Well, I have the Pensy ones at home. Yep, you got the standard coils. Actually,
Yeah,
I think we have spare coils from Lionel.
I think what do you call it? I have the Pensy one and a couple Reddies. I think. I don't remember.
What years were these? Do they still use these?
They used them when I was working for the steel processing in Pottstown. That's what I used to haul in. But we can also sell you extra cables, or steel reels, that need to be painted, but they're neat to have extras.
I mean, does steel companies still use these things?
Yeah. They use
Yeah,
them
you
quite
still
often.
you still see them. They go down the railroad.
It's a well used.
It's nice and detailed. They got the separate grab irons.
Well, they got the actual, the lift here where you strap your chain around for your overhead crane and so forth. Got it on the right direction. There we go.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah, we have, like I said, you can get the extra coils as well. So if you want a steel yard with extra coils sitting on the side.
Ugh.
That's pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the last thing I got is Atlas has built some.
Oh, we've all been waiting for them.
At the old Atlas buildings. I'm glad. I'm happy to see Atlas really getting back.
You mean
into
the
this
Walthers buildings that Atlas bought?
They're Atlas now.
I know
Just
they're
like
Atlas now.
The engines are. They're Atlas.
I know. They're the old Walthers Cornerstone buildings that were out of
Steve's
production.
Music Store. These are kits. What is it?
Are they unpainted or painted?
They're unpainted.
Coffee shop.
And the gas station.
And the gas station.
I'm working on one of them gas stations
Yeah.
now.
Well, they're molded in color is what I meant.
Yeah, they're molded in color, but
So I
you
guess
still
that's
gotta.
the green and the red, the bricks red and the trims green.
Yes.
So you gotta do a little detail.
Little detail to make them look really good. But I'm glad to see them back out and they're.
Need a lot of detail to get into like the wooden summits.
You can't see them, but
They're
yeah,
nice kits.
they are. I'm glad.
Does it have like a lot of detail parts to it? Or
I
No,
was
there's no
hoping to
extra
see some more.
details. It's mainly the buildings themselves.
But I'm just glad to see, and I've been talking to the guys, Atlas guys out in New York, and they're.
I'm just glad to see the buildings back out.
Hey, look at that! They even anteed the price up. A little off today. $2.25, $2.45.
That's the 80s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we
actually,
weren't paying $2.85 in the 80s.
It's about 2000. 2010, 2012.
Yeah, but
Either way, that don't matter.
what do you call?
Nice.
That's it.
All right.
Don't you have something, Mr. Henning?
Yes, I do. Well, the Railway Express Agency, the horse car, this one I got for myself. And I know Bill has probably wanted this one.
Yeah, but this is the Polar Express division reindeer car, but I believe they just did it in the snow roof.
Yeah.
So that does me no good.
Anyway, I think we need to pull this one out.
Let's see what that sounds like.
I want to see what a horse sounds like. I waited all week not to open this, okay?
Yeah, see, they did it with the white roof, the snow roof.
And you don't have the snow.
No, he has the plain black roof.
You know what you can do? I know how you can fix that.
Yeah, paint it.
There you go.
I might have to.
Is the roof flat? Don't have a snow ridge on it, yeah.
Because all the other cars that they've been coming out, the scale cars, they've been doing it both ways. They had the option. But for some reason, this one...
There's my Katie mount. Look at that. Got all my Katie mounts in there. We're putting Katie's on her.
I wonder if they got the color correct to match all the other Polar Express cars.
Where's your Polar Express car? That one?
They're all downstairs.
They're put away.
Yeah, I haven't pulled them out for the holidays
So the
yet.
doors open or what? You got horses in there?
Doors don't open.
Does it back open? Is it the back door?
No, that don't even open.
That's
They're all
where
molded shut.
But that's where the doors would
That's
open.
where the door would open in the back when they would back up to the ramps. You know, depending on where they were, they could go out the side or out the back. But, nice looking REA car.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Is that a sound car too?
VisionLine sound with the horses and stuff. So we're gonna see what this thing
We're gonna
does.
hear it whinny. We're gonna hear him whinny.
Yeah, got a run program max.
But I'm curious to hear what reindeer sound like.
So am I. That's why I figured
Sound
you
like
wanted that one.
It's more like a moo.
What do reindeer sound like?
Well, let's play with both of them and see what we got.
I'm really curious.
Let's get them to the races. All right, let's get them in their stalls. Throw a couple extra hay bales in there. Next stop is for feeding and watering. We gotta walk them a bit too. Okay, let's get these horses loaded up. Come on, boy, watch that step. Good boy. Grab some of that grain for them. We're hauling oats.
That's the flat spot. You got chickens in that thing?
Chickens and pigs and...
Get them ready, line them up. You gotta be gentle but firm with her. Nicely done. Okay, we're ready. Give them the go. Make sure those water tanks are full. Whoa, whoa. Next stop is for feeding and watering. We gotta walk them a bit too.
Yeah, and then you got your rolling sound.
Don't have one.
It's got a little whistle.
What's up with that?
All right, let's give them a rest. They circled the globe tonight. The rest of the team is here, so let's get them in the car. We walk them again at the next stop, just so you know.
All right, they're pretty interesting.
This thing sounds like a bunch of farm animals.
I like the horse one. Horse one sounded a little better than the...
Than the reindeer?
Yeah.
Reindeer sounded like a bunch of farm animals for sure. So, what else you got there, Bill?
One thing I want to talk about is the Menard's got the their latest version of the F7.
Yep.
The 4.0. They did. They originally did the 2.0. Then they
Which
did
was the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one, and the 3.0, a 3.5, and now they have a 4.0, and this time it's in the blue scheme.
Yeah, that came with 2A units, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so now they have a 4.0, but this is in the blue freight scheme.
Which I thought was quite interesting when we looked at this thing.
Now, I thought it'd be interesting to kind of compare the first one.
But this one comes in an AA set?
Yeah.
This was the first one that they actually put 2A units together.
So one's powered, one's non-powered. One thing I noticed is they have them in plastic. They didn't have them in like a plastic bag.
Not the first time.
And a lot of them had scratched up roofs. So I guess the idea is this plastic bag is going to keep the roofs from getting scratched up.
This one's really light.
So they still got the old chrome trucks.
Got a lot of chrome on.
Got their dog on the back.
Alright, so that was the new one. Where was the first one?
Let me see one.
There you go.
And this was the very first one they put out.
Yeah.
I remember when we had Dad open this up and look at it.
Yeah, this one is, like I say, some of the roofs came back out scratched. They didn't have kind of
flywheels on it originally.
Start and stop it kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Jackrabbit starts. So I believe the new one it was a lot smoother, is what guys were saying. So that's the latest. Yeah, you can see how some of the roof was kind of scratched up on these.
And then,
paint's not that.
Just out of curiosity,
the yellow's a little on the light side on these.
I borrowed these from Tony from the Rambles on his channel. He did a review on these two. So we borrowed these from Tony. That's the 3.0 and this is the 3.5. And I figured we could do a overall comparison. What I did notice is this is shiny and these are dull. The paint
looks the same, man. Looks the same. Doesn't look much different. Yeah, it is a little shiny.
Yeah, it's shiny. These are more dull.
I assume the body, nothing's different on the body.
No, I think they've used the same bodies. And yeah, actually, what's funny is they all have the same number, 3945 on all of them. They didn't make any number changes.
The figures look the same.
Yep.
The orange is the same.
The yellow and the blue is a little light.
I think most of it was in motorized and how they ran.
Yeah, the yellows don't match very good. Like the yellow on the nose versus the yellow on the side. Now the first one that came out, it was like $159. These were $169, which is still really cheap. I mean, they were just doing them to get people's opinions on
now you got 2 double A's, and what'd they charge you for them?
They were $224.
$224?
2 1/4, which is dirt cheap for
2 engines, yeah, an A and a B unit basically, or an A and a dummy.
I know in the first one there was some troubles with the batteries.
Batteries going in, yeah. We had to move some clips around.
So the first thing is that works fine.
I noticed another thing they took out too. The dimple in the body right here. It's less and less each run.
Yeah, the dimple's pretty much gone here, whereas the first one had a pretty good sized dimple.
Yep, exactly. Let's give it a shot.
And the other thing, I guess, was about the B unit.
Yeah, I
assume that's a turn the light on and off.
Yeah, well, we got to let everybody know what we did to this unit because of the capacitors that blow up in them.
I like to get traction tires in the dummy.
Anyway, online everybody's had that the capacitor in these start smoking. The engine's not supposed to smoke. We looked at it and so we cut one white wire. So whether it was an engineering fault or a production fault, we don't know.
Problem with the B unit, I thought it was interesting that tell you to remove the roller pickups. There's one screw on each one, and basically operate it without the lights. And then you have your option. You can either mail your roller pickup into them, and then they'll allow you to pick a freight car. They'll give you a free freight car in exchange for the roller pickup. Or option 2, I thought was pretty funny. Sell it for $100 or $200 profit on eBay. So it's kind of funny that they're aware that people are selling these on eBay for much more than they're selling them for.
Let's run this new set and see how that runs.
Detector 84B, train 3945 east. No overheat detected.
Dispatcher, Detector 84B reports no overheats.
Copy, 3945 east.
Horn's a little... coast nice. You got good flywheels in it.
Junction. The track is clear, and we have a green signal. I'm clear and green signal. Track 1 lap is green.
Confirm 3945 east, you are clear of the yard, and you have the main track to mile marker 243.
So the, I guess, one thing I noticed, the remotes are the same inscription and decal, so if you have more than one of these, make sure you mark which is for which.
Well, we know the difference between the two right now.
Yeah, our horn button got jammed and it's stuck down. It works, alright.
Sometimes, if you go in reverse...
Well, no, I meant as far as the horn button. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it actually came out.
It popped out. But yeah, the one problem we're having is going forward works great, but when you go in reverse, it goes around the track for like a whole lap before it stops.
The other thing is the bell and the whistle and the crew talk really don't work when it's running in reverse for some reason. I don't know if it's part of that same problem. So I couldn't always get them to talk or the bell to ring when we were doing our testing.
In reverse? In
reverse.
Work in
but
progress.
I do got to say, you can tell they put flywheels in this thing because when you do go forward and you do stop it, it coasts.
It sure has fired. It didn't.
Well, I don't know what they did to it, whether it's got flywheels. I didn't pull one apart yet. I only pulled that dummy B unit apart to cut the wire in the on the capacitor so we could at least have lights without the smoking effect that was going on.
Where's a screwdriver?
Well, let me grab a screwdriver.
Right behind you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it... give me that thing. I don't know if it has flywheels, but it acts like it does.
Yeah, they could have done it electronically. But here, while you're messing with that, I can share my wine trip.
Bill the Wino.
Yeah.
And his Wino sidekick.
Yeah, I went on went up to the Delaware River train excursion up outside of Easton, right across the bridge from Easton.
Don't they run an RDC or something?
They have a steam engine, and then they also, I think, a GP9. Anyway, it's right across the river from Easton. They had a wine trip. There's a winery in the area, so you can ride the train to go to the winery, and then you do a wine tasting thing, a tour, which was kind of a neat idea. Hey, there's wine. Let's check it out.
A train and alcohol, huh?
Exactly. So there it is, the Delaware River
train
excursion.
You had to go down that hill, didn't you, to get to the track?
Yeah, there's the winery train. A little sticker they had. Yeah, the top of the hill in the parking lot is kind of behind these buildings. It's kind of hard to find, to be honest. But a little ticket booth there.
I just noticed a walk down to the track was like forever.
Yeah, that was our official wine train ticket.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, here's the engine.
No flywheels.
So the engine they're using is a GP9. Black River and Western.
The Black River and Western?
Yeah.
Huh. They're all over Flemington. Maybe they're a little bigger than I thought they were. Jeep or is it an RS?
That's a Jeep. So on the train, we're in a separate car towards the front. So we kept all the winos in their own car. And they have the grapevines and stuff decorated the car, which was kind of nice. And, yeah, you go down along the canal area, the river.
Delaware. No, along the Delaware, or is that the canal?
Yeah, the canal's in the next to it. A little gift shop inside.
Mm.
And then they take you to up to where there's a maze, a corn maze. So everybody gets off the corn maze, and then the wine people get off their train afterwards, and we have to get on a school bus. They had a school bus to take us to the winery. So they shuttle us onto a school bus. Then you get to the winery. The winery is really nice.
That's pretty cool.
Wheels on the bus go round and round and round and round, on the way to.
And the one lady there, she's one of the owners of the place. So I forget how many years it took to find the place, but there was nothing there. They built everything: the house, the barn. They live there. They're one of the few wineries where the owner actually lives
in the winery.
Yeah, they have like a big farmhouse. It's pretty nice. And they have a tent set up for a wine tasting. They have little different types of crackers or little food bits.
Cheese.
Yeah, to match up with the types of wine. So that was kind of nice. And then that's the winery there. And then they had a special one of the sampling was a steam engine red. You see, it says in the bottom.
Oh, that's cool.
Steam engine red, and I had a little picture of the engine on it.
That must be the bottle you bought.
Yeah. And apparently it's a limited edition thing. You can only buy it if you do the train trip. Anyway, portions of the proceeds for the bottle of the wine goes back to the railroad, which I thought was nice. And they shovel you, take the school bus back.
That's cool.
And you end up back at the starting line. So I did buy a bottle of wine. But I thought
sweaty.
Yeah, it was chilled, you know. I thought I'd share it with you guys.
Cool.
Probably don't got a cork opener. Did you bring your cork?
No, but I gotta go get my cup. We got one of them railroad ones.
You got one of these railroad ones. It's the railroad spike.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, I thought that was just the top.
Ah. We have one where it's just the top, and then we have another one that has the. I need a knife. So what'd you find out about that?
It's got a capacitor discharge system in the board. So that's what's allowing it to slow up and down rather than having flywheels on it. It's quite interesting. They got a timer in there, digital timer, so it's all running off the capacitor for drifting. That's probably why it drifts in reverse for so long.
Got the poor engineers. They got to stand up the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, I was noticing that. It gives us an idea of what's going on in here.
Look, I even brought cups.
Ah, cool. I don't have to dirty my cup.
Bill, you're spilling it on the counter. You are abusing. You are doing wine abuse.
Here we go. We can have a toast. Okay, so you even got a stopper.
Cool.
What do we toast to?
Train Shop Weekly.
Train Shop Weekly.
Train Shop Weekly.
There you go.
Ah, yeah.
All right, I'm not a wine drinker.
Model railroading.
It's actually pretty good.
You know what that reminds me of? Stuff Grandpop used to make.
I know.
Yeah, pretty good. I remember him and Grandmom had the grapevines out back. We used to have to squeeze all this stuff. Him and Dad would make wine. Every once in a while, you find
Yeah.
a bottle in the basement in the ceiling.
I've never found a wine that I liked. I tasted.
No.
No, I guess you have to be a.
Nice looking body. Don't look bad. That could be easily repainted if you wanted to. But
Give me my Miller. Light.
All right. The other thing I wanted to mention, I noticed at the post office, and we were talking about the previous episodes, talking about train games, train themed games. Well, the post office has just come out with a new game. I think you can get it at Target or something. It's called the Great American Mail Race. You know, which is kind of cool.
Pony Express.
But it's kind of funny. It's the Great American Race. What do you see? What problem do you see with this picture?
It's a European train.
You got the postal truck, the plane, the Pony Express, the train, the engine. But
a European engine.
I've noticed that a lot of commercials. That what do you call? It's European trains. It's like even the History Channel when they did about doing the railroad across. What do you call? It was a European train. Come on, people out there, get together. Use American. There's plenty of American steam trains out there.
It's just funny because this is the Great American Mail Race.
They got the post office truck, right?
Yeah, but they have a European train. So it looks like a cute game. One of my scout leaders had bought it, so we were gonna play it last week, but
you didn't get a chance.
Didn't get a chance. Maybe
Too
next
busy
trip.
roasting the pig, huh?
Yeah, we had our pig roast, and then it was funny because you got that American game with the European engine, and then I just saw there was a phone app game or something like that called Murder in the Alps. So it's Murder in the Alps is the Alps is in Europe.
A European engine and they got an American engine.
An American engine for Murder in the Alps.
Oh, jeez.
It's actually a nice little image.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it has the American coupler on the front.
Coupler, caliper. Yep. So I thought it was kind of interesting. The American game had a European train. The European train had an American train.
Makes no sense.
All right. Other than that, the other thing was the freight house.
Oh yes, Bill has a big.
By the way, yeah.
I'm always talking about the freight house at the group I'm involved with, Discover Lansdale. We bought the Reading Railroad Freight House. We bought that in 2016, and it's one of those things where we had the money to buy it, to save it from the bulldozer and such, but we didn't have the money to restore it. So we've been working on fundraising and stuff like that. It's just been very slow going, and then with the pandemic, it just really brought things to a halt. So with our state representative Steve Marigari, he really went to bat for us. Senator Carlette, she was a help, but the state, we applied for a state grant, and it was kind of like a fourth quarter Hail Mary, and it's like we're running out of options. And fortunately, the state came through. We were awarded the grant.
I never seen you to the point where you're going to fall on the floor.
Yeah, I was like shaking. I was speechless. So thanks to the state of Pennsylvania, this project, which, like I say, it's an old freight house where we're going to restore it to be a community use facility. It's going to be like a welcome center for Lansdale, but it'll have a lot of displays for the history of Lansdale, the railroad in Lansdale, because the railroad created Lansdale.
Started Lansdale.
And then the main function will be a community use facility where different organizations and residents can rent it for parties or any activities. Unfortunately, we don't have a place like that here in Lansdale. So it's going to benefit the community. It's right there across from Borough Hall. Great location. The parking lot's being totally redone right now. So it has
a great historical value.
Yeah, great. It's one of the. That's the history of Lansdale, our town. Is the railroad. So that's
Lansdale's here because of the railroad.
Right. So with the.
But anyway, this check.
So if the community, what it's going to do for the community is great. So we got a check, we got approved for a grant for $1,017,868 to restore the freight house. So needless to say, we're all very excited.
Absolutely.
We're all very thankful for Mr. Marigari.
That will finish a lot of projects.
Maria Collette. So this is going to go a long way. we have a really good team working on the freight house. Yeah, doing all this. So a big thanks to them.
So the freight house will be in a little bit better shape than Quakertown, its twin sister.
Yeah. So once it's done, it'd be nice. When we can maybe rent it for a weekend or two for the train clubs. And, set up the trains in there for have a couple weekends. That'd be nice. So a lot of benefits to that. So I mean, I'll keep everybody up to date as that progresses.
I know you were looking at a section of it to display Lansdale's history with railroading as well.
Yep. So
that'll be nice when it's done.
So I'll give you regular updates on the progress of that project. But other than that,
I think it's a good night.
What do you got? Anything else going on this week?
No, I'm done. Other than we got the train show today.
Yeah, Allentown train.
Allentown train show, which
we'll talk about that.
Talk about that in our future episode.
All right. Other than that, thanks for joining us. Hit subscribe, hit like, and come back again.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Got my new Chelsea shirt on.
Nice.
Yeah, I got my new Pensy shirt on.
Got my Strasbourg. Figured they had a rough week. That's what's on the video. The engine fixed. All right.
Let's go.